Off an oily main road where not even the pigeons could be bothered to visit was an ugly mechanical building. The building was so violently ugly that visitors were advised to bring sunglasses to shield their eyes from the hideous view. Most of the building had been deserted. Odd bits of furniture lay everywhere, haunting empty office spaces, broken technical equipment, all are under a blanket of dust and old skin cells, as though it were the residue of a ship under the sea. Forgotten. But at the very top of the building was an office full of professional scapegoats. Inside, the cold walls were colourless, covered with empty corkboards and organised post-it notes. Everything was stiff and dated and static, so painfully unforgiving it forced you to wander through it as though you were colourblind. It was as though somebody had ordered everything to be painted grey. And the 8 people who worked in this office were dry and flaky, not in a tasty almond croissant sort of way, but in a sore skin sort of way. And these people were pessimistic. They believed that the world was crumbling in. They believed everything was a conspiracy against them, grueling, grumbling and continuing, even though every day consisted of boredom and dullness and paranoia. And this wiry, stiff party, bad choice of word, couldn't communicate. They wouldn't know how to. They never played the radio or treated themselves. They just sat and stared and tapped away like robots, all except for one. Albert started off at Limps as a work experience, forced by his parents to do something, anything other than write his silly stories. And 3 years later, he was still there, filing, plonking out letters, photocopying, but always in his head, writing stories. His father said he should read more than write. He said, before you even pick up a pen, you need to know the history behind what you are writing about. He said, you can't have a tree without roots. But Albert believed that history was created every day and roots were growing all the time. It was just a matter of where you planted them. Albert liked writing about what he already knew. He liked to write about what he saw and what he felt. He liked to write about 6 o'clock when the sky was so pink and perfect he could almost see Mark Bolan rising out of it. He liked to write about the cute girl he saw on the train that odd day that had the shoes and had a bent fork around her wrist as a bracelet. He liked to write about when he was little and wanted to be a wrestler so badly he'd wear a carrier bag over his body, like a vest, and tear it open like a raging Hulk Hogan. He liked to write about the homeless man that got on the bus and told all the passengers about how he'd stolen a ketchup, brown sauce, vinegar, salt and pepper from a cafe and managed to get away with it, laughing to himself, muttering, "Condiments, that's all you need." He liked to write about the fat little Mexican girl with the braces on her bottom teeth who walked past him every day and the way she always was so fascinated by the little box above his house that looked like the front door to where a pigeon lived. He liked to write about the weird lady with the white boots who was always trying to commit suicide, asking people if they wanted to come round and see her cooker. Or the squatters who everybody used to hate until they made a theatre in the living room with a squat, that everybody loved the show so much whenever the council came over. The neighbours lied and said the owners to the house were just on holiday, just so the shows will continue. That's what Albert liked to write about.